wasn't laughing 2 weeks later. So when Terry and Gwen Sherman bought the ranch in 1994, they weren't just buying property. They were stepping directly into a legacy of stacked, accumulating weirdness. On the day they moved in, Terry Sherman got a cryptic warning from the previous owner. Keep the floodlights on. He wasn't laughing 2 weeks later. The first night, the family's guard dogs began barking furiously at the tree line. Just as abruptly the barking stopped, an unnatural, suffocating silence fell. No fur, no blood, no tracks. A cold dread began to seep into their lives. A few nights later, Gwen spotted a creature in the pasture. Through binoculars, she saw it was tall, skinny, and moved with a jerky, unnatural motion. Terry grabbed his rifle and walked out to investigate. It wasn't a cow, it was a creature on 4 legs, standing 6 feet tall at the shoulder with coarse black fur and an unnervingly long snout. It stared at him with a terrifying intelligence. He fired the entire magazine, 7 shots, dead center. The beast merely turned and trotted into the brush. No blood trail, no limp, nothing. Ear removed, tongues clawed out, genitals excised, and always 0 blood on the ground. The local vet who examined the remains was baffled, suggesting the cuts were made with a laser or a scalpel cooler than the surrounding tissue. Then came the crop circles. Terry's son discovered a perfect 30-foot wide circle pressed into their wheat field. The stalks were bent, not broken. Soil samples later showed the ground inside the circle had been heated to 300 degrees, Fahrenheit 2 inches below the surface, yet the straw on top was unburned. Life became a siege. Rifles were kept by every door. The kids were no longer allowed outside after sunset. Then the voices began. Faint whispers in English and in languages no one recognised. The couple started sleeping in shifts, always guarding against the unseen. The climax arrived on July 4th, 1995. While filming the kids with sparklers, a low hum began to build. The home video camera tilts up, and inside a cloud, a doorway-shaped hole of pure blackness opens. A bright blue orb drops down before snapping sideways at impossible speed and vanishing. The footage became known as the portal clip. 2 weeks later, the Shermans had had enough. Traumatized and broken, they sold the ranch in 1996, fleeing a legacy of terror and unknowingly paving the way for the next chapter of the ranch's bizarre history.